Okay guys, so today I'm going to show you how to build a successful food ordering website that will turn visitors into buyers, and all of this in 4 easy steps. So if you are a freelance web designer building this for a client, that means that you can make money with this project. And if you are a restaurant owner building it for yourself, you can save a lot of money, obviously, by following those 4 easy steps. Now, I'm not going to waste your time today, guys. We're going to cut all the filler and all the fluff and only cover the essential steps to build a professional website that's going to bring you orders and customers, okay? So let's get started with step number 1, hosting and domain name registration. So if you are a freelance web designer, you might already have your favorite hosting provider in place, in which case, feel free to skip this step altogether using the timestamps. Otherwise, if you are a restaurant owner, please do stick around because this is an essential step. So obviously, for your website to be accessible online, you need a hosting provider, but you also need to register a domain name. And for this, we are going to use Hostinger because they're fast, reliable, but also super affordable. So for instance, our own website, MrWeb.tv, is hosted with Hostinger. And that is why we have no problem recommending them. Now, Hostinger kindly provided our audience with a super discount code of up to 78% off their hosting plans. Now, to make use of that discounted price, simply click on the very first link in the description below where it says Get Hosting Here. And this will bring you to this dedicated landing page that we have with Hostinger. And again, as you can see, by using the link in the description, you can save up to 78% of their hosting plans. Now, these are managed, fast, and built for WordPress, and you get a lot of free stuff as well. You get a free domain name, free website migration, free AI website builder as well, and it's a fully managed WordPress website hosting provider, and they provide 24/7 customer support. As you can see, it starts at just $2.69 per month, and you also get 3 months for free. Now, to claim the deal, simply click on this, and now, as you can see, the Mr. Web coupon code has also been applied successfully and automatically, just by clicking on the link in the description below. So we cannot make it any easier than this. Now you can choose among 3 different options. You have premium, business, and cloud startup. So what's the difference? Well, basically it's the amount of resources available. The premium one here, you can build up to 25 websites, this one 50 websites, this one 100, and obviously the resources will grow accordingly based on the price, so depending on what you're doing, if it's just one website, maybe this one is sufficient, and again, you get a lot of free stuff. So for instance, like we said, free domain name valued at $9.99, you get unlimited bandwidth, you get weekly backups, unlimited free SSL certificate, and so on and so on, okay? So basically here, feel free to select any of those. So I'm going to select this one here as an example. And then on the next screen here, you can select your billing cycle. So again, this is a quick overview of the amount of money that you saved. The normal price would be $575 for 4 years, and you're only paying $129. You get 3 months extra for free as well. That's another $36 saved. And then the setup fee is waived as well. So that's $4.99 that you save on top. And the domain name is for free, is $9.99. And the Mr. Web coupon code was applied automatically for an extra 10% discount. So here you can lock this price in for up to 48 months or 24 or 12 months, depending on the billing cycle that you want, obviously, So the best value is 48 months regardless. So after this, all you have to do is to click continue. And then now this is the simplified onboarding process to install WordPress on our server. So here simply select your language, email address, and create a password, and then click next. And now I need to select how you're going to build a website using AI or using a pre-built website and theme. So this is the option we're going to select now. So pre-built websites and theme, next. And right here, we're going to select the theme itself instead of the template, okay? So use a theme instead. So click here on this one here in the bottom. Very good. And we're going to install Astra. So select this one here, Astra, okay? So click next. Now you're going to try to push a few additional plugins here, deselect them all, and then click next. Excellent. So here you can register your free domain name. So again, this is completely free with your hosting plan. So one free domain. So simply type the domain name that you'd like to register. So maybe, for instance, Mr. Web Restaurant or something like this. Okay. Very good. As you can see, this one is available and free as well. So I can use, for instance, MrWebRestaurant.com, and then click next. And then you'll be redirected to your WordPress dashboard. So this is where everything happens. This is where it all starts. Very good. So now that WordPress is installed on our server and everything is in place, we can finally take care of step number 2, which is food ordering plugin. So for this, we're going to use a food ordering plugin from Rege's theme. So let me show you where we can download it from and also all its main features. The all-in-one restaurant food menu, reservation and online ordering solution that has all the features you'll ever need, such as over 20 different layouts to display your food attractively, a complete ordering system using today's most powerful e-commerce platform, WooCommerce, built-in product add-ons, pickup and delivery options, and even a visual table reservation to simplify your restaurant reservation process by allowing customers to select tables and chairs through an interactive layout of your restaurant seated arrangement. So now let's go back to our WordPress dashboard and proceed with the installation. And then from here, we're going to go to the plugin section, install plugins. And first, we're going to disable this one here called Lightspeed Cache. So this is a caching plugin. And every time we're going to use this, it's going to interfere with the changes that we make. So for now, as we build the website, we're going to deactivate it. And once you're ready to launch the website, you can come back and activate it again. Okay. So now we're going to add the plugin. So first, we need to install the free version. So here in the search box, look for food menu. Okay. Very good. So find the ones that's from Rege's theme. So this is the one here. So you can install that and then activate it. Very good. So as you can see, this is installed. And now I'm going to install the pro version so you can have access to all the features that can demonstrate everything for you today. Okay. So I'm going to go back to plugins, add new plugin, upload plugin, choose file. And this time I'm going to upload the pro version. This is the 5.2.0. Install and then activate. And there you go, as you can see, they're both installed now. And obviously this works in conjunction with WooCommerce. So what we're going to do is to install WooCommerce as well. Okay, so add plugin. Now here in the search box, look for WooCommerce. Excellent. So this is the one here by automatic. So install and then activate. And there you go, all the essential plugins are now installed. And now we can finally get into what's going to make money with this website, which is creating our menu and all the different meals we have for sale. So again, let's go back to WordPress. So by the side, you have the food menu tab here. Go to the settings section here. And the first thing we need to take care of, obviously, is to enable online ordering with WooCommerce. Okay, so enable this. And when you enable this, it's going to add a few additional features like delivery, pickup, and tipping as well. So this is exactly what we want, okay? So this is in place now. And then right here, you can enable them separately. So you can enable delivery, pickup, or both, or disable them all together, depending on your business model, obviously. So in our case, we'll be both of them, okay? And then if you scroll down the page, you also have the option to enable reservation. So if you enable this, what will it do? Well, it's very simple. You will enable the visual table reservation, okay? So now scroll down the page and then save your changes. And now we can start configuring each and every section here, okay? So we go to tipping. Do you want to enable this? Yes or no? In which case, what's the text you want to add? Maybe tip your rider or something like this, okay? And then you have pickup and delivery. So those two are very similar, except one is pickup, the other one is delivery, but it's the exact same thing, okay? So right here, as you can see, do you want to enable delivery? Yes or no? Enable delivery time, yes or no. So chances are you should normally have it on, okay? And then you have the delivery message here. So let me change this to something else. So perhaps something like this, you know, local delivery within 25K radius. And then you have the delivery time interval. So this is basically when you're going to select the time, you can have them by brackets and blocks of 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, or 30 minutes. That's up to you, you know. So I think 10 minutes is probably the best, you know. And then you have delivery schedule you can select here. So you can, for instance, have maybe different schedules Monday to Friday, and then the weekend you may be a bit busier, you know. So maybe I'm going to show you how to do this. So if you were to select Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to be a bit longer, you can change this as well. So let's say maybe during the week you start maybe at 4 p.m. Until maybe midnight, okay? So I'm going to select 4 p.m. here until perhaps midnight, okay? So this would be your weekdays. And then you could have maybe the weekend a bit longer, obviously, you know, so you can add, okay? And here you're going to select Saturday, Sunday, and Friday night as well, okay? And here maybe you start still at 4 p.m., okay? But then you finish maybe at 2 or 3 in the morning because you have people going out, enjoying themselves. So this is where you make your money, obviously, you know? So let's scroll down the page, and here you can have delivery, weekly, holiday. So let's say you work 24/7 every day, you don't take any of those. if you're closed a specific day, select the day that you closed, obviously, maybe closed on Monday or something like that. And then save changes. Okay, so next we have discount. So this one is pretty self-explanatory. Do you want to provide any discount code or anything like this? If this is the case, simply follow the steps here. Again, this is pretty self-explanatory. And then we have the special menu. So what is this exactly? Well, it's very simple. Let me show you from their website. It will look something like this. You'll have a pop-up window that will show up on top of everything else. And maybe you have a special offer, maybe for Black Friday offer or something like that, in which case you'll have the special menu. This is what it's called. So if you want to make use of this, simply enable the feature here. And then we have reservations. So again, this is related to our table layout, so visual table reservation, okay? So here, basically, if you scroll down the page, you have the seat capacity, minimum guest, maximum guest, time interval. So again, this is pretty self-explanatory, guys, But what I'm going to show you next is how to actually create your table layout and upload it so you can reserve this online, okay? But first, fill out those details here and then save changes, okay? And now you can go here by the side and you have the table layout. So this is the next step, okay? So click on this. Excellent. So right here on top, as you can see, you have the different colors that you can change based on the type of furniture that you have in your restaurant, And then if you scroll on the page, you have the room background. So this is a blueprint of the restaurant floor, okay? So you might want to ask your architect for this, perhaps. And then if you scroll down the page, this is where you can add the chairs, the tables, and everything based on the layout, the blueprint layout itself. As you can see in the background, we have the blueprint layout. So this is basically the main structure of your floor, and then inside it you can add chairs and tables, okay? So I've done that already. As you can see, this is a table, and then you have all the chairs around it. So just to give you an example, we want to add maybe a table here, maybe in the middle, okay? You can add a round table, grab it, move it around, okay? And maybe this one is just 2 chairs, okay? So I'm going to add a chair, okay? Going to add this one here. So this is 1 chair, right? And then you can add a second one, and obviously this one will be facing the other way. So you grab this handle here, and then you can rotate it. And then let's add this here maybe underneath, okay? And there you go. So now we have an extra table with 2 chairs, and this is basically how you can add them, okay? Now you may have noticed that those chairs are on top of the table. So obviously you want the table to be on top of those chairs and hide the feet, obviously, So if you click on the table itself, scroll down here and bring to top, okay? Click on this, and you will see that now the table is on top of those chairs, okay? And then you can organize them properly as you see fit, obviously, and center them properly, and there you go. So maybe I'm going to select all of them here, okay, and move them a little bit here. There you go. Perfect. So this is how you can create your floor plan and add all the tables that can be reserved for your restaurant booking. Okay, guys, so now we have to create our main product structure so we can add those different items in our menu. Now, there's 2 ways of doing it. You can use the built-in feature that come with this plugin, or we can use WooCommerce, which adds a little few additional options, okay? So let me show you both ways of doing it, and then you can decide which one is the best one for you. So for this, you go back to your food menu settings. In the general tab, the food menu type, we have food menu posts or custom posts or online ordering WooCommerce products. So obviously, if you just want to display your products without visitors being able to order online, you might want to select this one here. And obviously, a lot of those options will disappear. And then to create your menu, you have to create your different categories, tags, add all the ingredients, nutrition, and units. And then after this, you can go to foods and add all the different meals and all the different foods you have on offer. Now, obviously, if you want your visitors to be able to order online, you have to enable this option here, which is the WooCommerce product, okay? So once you have this enabled, it's a totally different way of uploading your product. So for this, we have to use WooCommerce, which is an e-commerce plugin installed on our WordPress website here. So if you look by the side, you have WooCommerce here, okay? And then you have the products attached to it. So again, it's the exact same principle. We have our products here, and before we can upload products, we have to create our food locations if you have multiple locations, obviously, and our different categories. So step number 1 is to create our different categories. So let's click on this together. And again, it's very intuitive. So let me show you here the different categories we have as an example here. Could have burgers, maybe fast food, lunch, pasta, pizza, etc., etc. And to create a simply add them. scroll down the page, add a picture, and then click add category. So that's basically it. It's very simple. And once you have your categories created, if you have multiple locations as well, you can create food locations. And for this, all you have to do is type the name, the address, maybe a picture of the front of the restaurant itself, add new food location, and that's basically it. Okay, so very simple to use. And then after this, you can go to all products here and start adding all your different menu items. And to do that is actually super simple and super intuitive. All you have to do is click add new product and follow the steps. So let me show you just one example here. I'm going to open an existing one to show you the type of information you need to fill out. So obviously on top you have the product name. So this is basically the name of your meal. So it could be kebab, French fries, maybe some sort of pizza or something like this, you know. Underneath it, you have the full description. And by the side here, as you can see, you have a few different features. So here you can add the main featured image. So this is image number 1. Now you can have just one image, or you can have multiple images all together. So this would be your featured image, and then you can add a product gallery as well if you wanted to illustrate that with images. Underneath it, you have your product categories. So it could be in pizza, maybe lunch, fast food. So feel free to select the categories where it goes. Underneath it, you have the food locations if you need that as well. And that's basically it for the side. And then we have the short description here underneath. So this is basically a short snippet of the main description that's here on top. Okay. And then we have the main product data information here in the middle. This is where we're going to set the prices and also all the different options. So the first step is to select the type of product you want to create. So in our case, it would always be a simple product. You don't need group product. You don't need affiliate product or various product. In our case, it's always going to be a simple product. And then you enter the base price here. So it could be $16, for instance. And if it's on sale, maybe $15 US. And then when it comes to inventory, normally when it comes to food, unless you run out of ingredients, it should always be in stock. But let's say if you have a specific type of pizza, maybe pepperoni, you run out of pepperoni, you can come here and set it as out of stock, obviously, you know. So normally, because you're producing the food on site, normally it should be in stock. And then you can ignore all of these here and go straight to product add-ons, and this is where you can add all the extra options. So in our case here for a kebab, maybe you want to add sauces or things like this. You know, as you can see, if I expand this, you have all different sorts of different options here you can choose from. Okay, so you can see the type here. You can select among a few options. You have checkbox, radio, and drop down. So what's the difference? Well, a drop down is like we have here basically, okay? So if you click on this, it will drop down the options and you can select among all of them. Radio, you can only select one option out of many, and checkbox, you can select multiple options out of many, okay? So that's the only difference between those three. And then obviously you'll have to add a title. So it could be sources, maybe sizes, maybe add-ons, or maybe toppings or something like this, okay? And is this required or not? Again, that's really up to you, you know, the way you run your business. So if you scroll down the page here, as you can see, you have a few different options. This is where you add all the extras related to this specific meal, okay? So for instance, in our case for kebab, it could be extra skewer, pickled vegetables, feta cheese, rice pilaf, French fries, maybe lemon wedges and all that, okay? And obviously you will add the price here next to it. And that's basically it. This is how you can add your options simply to every meal that you create on your website. So let me collapse this now and let me show you an extra option here. As you can see, you can add different groups as well. So you could have maybe sauces, maybe sizes, maybe French fries or something like this, you know, and then you can have different sizes of bags for your friend, maybe small, medium, large, that can be added to this meal, okay? And once you've added all the different options and completed everything else, all you have to do is go back to the top and click save. So at the moment it says update because we've created it already, but initially this button will say publish, so save basically. Click on it and that's basically it, okay? So now let me show you what it looks like in the front end. And there you go. As you can see, this looks absolutely amazing. So we have our main featured image and then the image gallery underneath. And as you can see, it's displaying as a slider as well. We have our base price here of $15 US, the description, and also all the different add-ons. So the base price, $15 US, unless I add any of those add-ons. If I add this one here, as you can see, the price is changing automatically, you know. And then if I add this to cart and then go to the shopping cart, there you go. As you can see, now we have a Beiti kebab for a value of $23 US. And then let's proceed to checkout just to show you the next step. So right here, checkout, as you can see, you can select if it's for delivery or pickup. If it's for delivery, you have to select the delivery date. So let's select maybe the 11th, so today, and the delivery time. So automatically we'll know what time it is right now. So I'm recording this at the moment, it's 20:57. So as you can see, I have everything after 9 p.m. So let's say if I was to say 9:50 p.m., okay? And then scroll down the page, enter your billing details. If you want any additional information, and remember, we enable the tip your driver as well. You want maybe to give them a percentage, maybe 10% tip, okay? You can add the tip to the bill, to the total amount, and then on the page, you will have the complete overview of your order. So obviously, we ordered a Beiti kebab ×1 with an extra skewer and rice pilaf for $23 US. Tip is $2.30, total $23.30. Very good. So everything is working fine so far, except that we have no available payment methods in place at the moment. And for this, I'm going to show you how you can set up your payment gateways in WooCommerce alongside your taxes and tax rate as well. Very good. So back to our WordPress dashboard. This time we go to WooCommerce, we go to settings, and first going to enter your store details here. Just like this, and then here the general options, selling location, selling to all countries except for or specific countries. Well, I'm guessing if you're selling pizzas or meals or something like this, you're probably only selling to the local areas. So here, sell to specific countries and enter the country name. So far safe, it'll be Ireland, okay? And then where do you ship? Well, it should be all countries you sell to, and here keep the same here for the default location, okay? Now, do you want to enable taxes, yes or no? So if you are tax registered, VAT registered, or GST, whatever it's called in your country, please enable this. And also, do you want to make use of coupon codes at checkout? This is a nice marketing trick to get more customers in your door, you know? So why not keep it on, okay? So I highly recommend keeping it on, but again, that's really up to you if you want to make use of it or not. And then we have the currency option, so feel free to customize this based on your location, and then save changes. Okay, so this is done, and now we can set our taxes. So we go here. So how do you show your prices in the front end? Inclusive of tax or exclusive of tax? Well, here I suppose it's a B2C business. It should be inclusive of tax. Please do the same here underneath. Display price in the shop, including tax, and there you go. Okay, so save changes. And then after this, you're going to enter your tax rate, okay? So click on this one here, insert row, and then select your country. So the first two letters of a country, and then select the country itself. So I'm going to put the code, the rate here, 23%. I'm going to give it a name, so VAT 23%, okay? And I'm going to save this, and that's basically it, okay? And finally, last but not least, we have the payment section here. So click on this one, and by default, you have a few different options available already in WooCommerce. You can accept payments with Woo, which is their own dedicated solution, which is powered by Stripe, or you can enable PayPal. But I'll show you a different way of installing whatever payment method that you want, okay? So for this, you go here by the side, you go to plugins, add new plugin. Maybe you want to open this in a new tab, and let me show you how this works, okay? So here in the search plugin box, you can simply type WooCommerce followed by the payment method that you want to install. So for instance, WooCommerce Stripe. And then scroll down the page and install one of those plugins based on the amount of reviews and active installations. So from experience, we know that this one is absolutely excellent. We install it on all our websites and then activate. Very good. And if you go back to your WooCommerce settings here in the payment page, so if you refresh, you will find that all these payment gateways have been installed. AHH, Ideal, this is Polish, I think, Klarna, etc. And the main one is right here on top, which is credit cards by Stripe, okay? And after this, all you have to do is simply link your Stripe account to it. So you go to manage, and then with this specific plugin here, you go to API settings, and then you can click here to connect your account. All you have to do is simply click on it and simply enter your Stripe details and follow the steps. And then you'll be redirected to this page, as you can see, and now you are connected to it. So if you go back to the checkout now and refresh this page, you will see that now we can indeed take payment. So let's place this order. Let me enter some credit card details. There you go. So with Stripe, you have those test cards that you can use. So 42424242 everywhere. And then any expiry date in the future and any 3-digit code. And then after this, you can place the order and test if everything is working fine. Thank you, your order has been received, and here's the overview of the order, and the payment has been confirmed. So this is the email that I received as the customer. So thank you for your order. Hi. Just to let you know, we've received your order and it is now being processed. So now let me show you in the backend how you process the orders yourself. So how do you know when you received a new order? It's very simple. All you have to do is to have this screen open at all times. So you go to WooCommerce and orders. As you can see, there's a little one here next to it. So if you click on this, you see the orders coming in. So you know exactly if it's for delivery or pickup, and then you can process them one by one. Obviously, we only have one here at the minute, but as they come in, they will line up one on top of each other. And then to process the order, simply click on it. And you have the full detail, obviously the delivery address, and also the order itself and the Stripe payment confirmation or any other payment method you have in place. So obviously at the moment, as you can see, the status is set to processing. So you prepare the order. Once it's done, you come here and mark it as completed. You click update and the customer is going to receive a new email with the confirmation that it is completed, so they can expect delivery very soon. And just to show you what the email looks like, good things are heading your way. Hi, David, we have finished processing your order. Here's a reminder of what you've ordered. And now the customer knows that the order is on its way. All right, so now there's only one thing to show you related to this plugin, which is the table reservation. And I'm sure you're all excited to see how this works. So let me demonstrate this now. Excellent. So remember, we created our table layout early on in the video. So it looks something like this. Now let me show you how your visitors can actually book any of those tables, okay? So let's go to the front end, and here we have a button that says reservation, okay? So let's click on this. Very good. So here it says reserve your table now and enjoy a delightful dining experience with us. So let's select a date, okay? So today is Friday. I'm going to book it for tomorrow at, let's say, maybe 7 p.m. And then I'm planning to spend a nice evening with my wife. We'll stay there for maybe 2 hours, okay? And now we can set our spot. So obviously it's just the two of us. We don't want to book a full table like this one or that one. We have a nice here intimate setting. So I'm going to select maybe this one and this one for my wife and myself. After this, we enter our details here. So there you go, perhaps something like this. And the message, planning to spend a nice romantic evening with my wife. Would love if you could add flowers to the table and offer the wine menu at the start. And now we're going to request the booking, okay? Very good. And as you can see, our reservation has been confirmed. And this is our booking ID. And when you show up at the restaurant, you can simply identify yourself using this booking ID. And then from your end, you're going to go back to your WordPress dashboard here. And you're going to go to all reservations. And this is where all the tables reserved for couples, families, or gathering will be recorded, obviously, you know. So as you can see, you have the booking ID. So when they show up and say we have a booking, okay, what's the ID, please? FM6793, or you can go by names. You can see here the garage, and this is as simple as that, okay? As you can see here, you have the status confirmed, and there you have it. Now you can receive reservations directly from your website. Now let's say if someone rings your restaurant and you want to create a reservation manually, you can always do so by clicking on this button here, so that you're guaranteed not to double book a table. Okay guys, so now that we have our food ordering system in place, we can finally take care of the front end and make our website look professional, so that any visitors landing on the website will be confident enough to place an order. So that's basically step number 3 here, customization and finishing touches. Now, feel free to use any theme that you want to build this website, obviously, but I have a shortcut for you. It only costs $19 US. It's a theme that's 100% compatible with this plugin and will work immediately. So you can save a lot of time using just the theme. So let me show you where you can download it. So this is from the Envato Marketplace, more specifically themeforest.net. And as always, I'll leave the link in the description below. And as you can see, it's only $19 and it's from the same company, Radius Theme. And this is why I highly recommend to use this one, because it's obviously fully compatible with their plugin, but also it looks fantastic in the front end. So let me show you what it looks like. Okay, so this is the one we have installed on our own website. And again, it's seamless, very simple to install. Once it's installed, it will look exactly like this, or it will look professional straight from the get-go. And it will save you so much hassle. And look at the nice effect here. So American pizza, and this one will display on top, this one on top. Look at the nice, lovely scroll effect we have as well, you know. And then you have the different steps as well. So choose your location, choose your product, make your order, your food is on its way. And then you have special offers and all of that. So everything is already in place, guys, for you to customize it based on your business model and your different locations. But like I said, look at this. This looks absolutely amazing already. And all of that for just $19, okay? So right here, you have all the different menus options, all the different shop options, different pages you can use, a blog post as well, the contact page, your contact number. You have the account management here and the shopping cart, and also the reservation for table reservation. Again, like I said, everything is here, guys. Okay, all you have to do now is simply customize it to match your own restaurant branding. So I'm going to show you some of the essential steps here. Obviously, there's a full documentation with this that you can follow step by step. It's not complicated at all. Okay, so let's go back to the WordPress dashboard for a second. And then to customize the front end from here, it's very simple. You go to appearance right here, okay? And then you go to customize. So first thing first is to upload your logo, obviously, because this is where it all starts. Once you set your logo in place, you have the color scheme as well. So for this, you go to site identity. As you can see, you have the site title here, and then scroll down the page, you have your main logo, the light logo, and the mobile logo. So upload those 3 different versions. And then after this, you have the site icon as well. So there's the little icon here that's displayed next to the title of your website in the address bar here, okay? And for this is an image that's 512 by 512 pixels, normally in size, okay? So this is step number 1. After this, you go to colors. And right here, you're going to set your site colors, obviously. So at the moment, we have a dark magenta color, you know, which could be our main color. Now, let's say your logo contains blue or navy blue or something like this. You go to your primary color here, and then you select your blue, okay? And as you can see, everything on your website will reflect this color. You have the button here, you have those buttons here on top, the text as well of your menu section. If you scroll down, heading, subheading, those labels here, the tags, even the arrow here pointing up, all of this has been changed to your main primary color. And then you can do the same, obviously, with your secondary color and tertiary color. So I'm just going to clear this for now, okay? So this is how you set your color scheme, your color palette in place from your logo. And then after this, you can customize what you want to display here in your menu section. So we have reservations. So let's say you don't have table bookings or table reservation for your website, or you just want to do deliveries and pickup, that's all. You can disable that, obviously, you know. So for this, we go to header, top bar menu here. And then you have the header menu, which is our main one here. So you can select among 3 different layouts, the alignment as well, how you want to display it, full width or boxed width, you know. And then right here, a few different options. So again, feel free to enable and disable any option that you want, you know. Do you want to turn this into a sticky header? Yes or no? Do you want to display the phone number? Yes or no? User login? Yes or no? Hamburger menu? Yes or no? The shopping cart? Yes or no? Again, you know, and get started button, which is the reservation here. If you don't want it, simply disable it. And there you go, as you can see, now it's gone. And if you want just to bring it back, do this. And you can even redirect this to another page altogether. Simply add the link here where you'd like to redirect this. So by default, this is for the reservation booking system, which normally should remain in place, okay? So that's basically it for the header section. So now you can add also on top a header top bar, as it's called, you know. So if I enable this, you can add additional set of information, such as your address, your email, maybe the social media icons as well. As you can see, we have Facebook, X, and LinkedIn. So that's really up to you. You know, if you want to add these to add maybe a bit of context to your business, maybe a bit of credibility or whatever, so they can check you out on social media, you can enable this, okay? So I'm going to disable this for now, okay? Go back to the original settings. Now, if you decided to add the social media icons, I'm going to show you where I can add the details. So you have contact and socials. Contact info. So if you decide to display your phone number, this is where you enter it, the email address, the website, and your physical address. You'll enter those details here. And for social info is here, it's a different section. So here you have Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Add your actual landing pages. Maybe you have a YouTube channel as well, Pinterest, Instagram, and so on, okay? So this is how you can customize the top bar as well if you wanted to. Next, we have our menu section itself. As you can see, you can select among 4 different home pages. So if you go here to the home page, this is home page number 1, which I think looks absolutely fantastic and really professional. But again, depending on your taste and your preferences, you might prefer this one instead, okay? So as you can see, slightly different, different layout, maybe more to your liking, you know? It's just a matter of taste and preferences here. There's no right one or wrong ones, obviously. So home 3, as you can see, slightly different. Maybe you specialize in pizza delivery, you want to emphasize this. This one would be a better choice, obviously, you know? Scroll down the page. Look at this. This looks absolutely amazing, like, you know, very, very professional looking indeed. And then you have home page number 4, okay? There you go. Again, slightly different, different vibe, different atmosphere. Again, that's really up to you to choose the one that you want. Now, to set your home page, I'm going to show you how to do this, okay? So you go back to your WordPress dashboard. From here, scroll down the options, you go to settings, and you go to reading. And as you can see, you can set a static page as your home page. At the moment it's home, which is home 1, but maybe you want home 2, 3, or 4. All you have to do is to select the home page that you want to use as your home page and save your changes, okay? So this is how you set the home page that you want. Now, obviously, once you have your home page selected, you want to change the menu section as well. So let's go back to home page number 1 now. Very good. So as you can see, it's displaying all the different home pages as a sub-menu. So clearly we don't want that, you know. And for the menu section here, as you can see, you have the food menu grid layout, list layout, or slider layout. So let me show you the difference here. And again, you have to select one of them. You cannot have all of them, obviously. You know, that doesn't make sense. So this is the slider layout. If you like it, that's fine. Maybe you can select this one. Maybe you prefer menu list. Very clean, very neat, you know, easy to go through. Or you prefer maybe the grid layout like this, okay? Again, like I said, there's no right or wrong here. It's just a matter of preferences, you know. Select the one that you like. So again, we have to select only one of them, obviously, here, which will be our main menu. For the shop, I don't think we need any of them. We might want to remove this. Pages, if you want to about us, maybe, our team, FAQs, you might want to leave some of them. You have your blog as well and the contact page, okay? So now let me show you how you can customize your menu section. So again, back to the WordPress dashboard. This time go to Appearance, we go to Menus, and here make sure that you select your main primary menu. Select. Very good. And as you can see here, we have Home as our main menu item, and this is sub-item, as you can see, you know. Now we might want to delete these, obviously, you know. So what you can do is scroll down the page, and then bulk select, okay? And now you go back on the top here and then select these, delete, delete. And then you might want to keep contact, okay? So this is the list of all the pages we're going to delete. So remove selected items. Let's save this now, okay? Let's go back to the front end and refresh. Very good. As you can see now, you're only 4 items, okay? So home, if I click on this, it's bringing us to the home page. Food menu. That's the type that we want to display, just one of them, obviously. About us and contact page. So there you go. This is working absolutely fine. And obviously you can customize those internal pages the same way we do with the home page, you know. So let's go back here for a minute. So this is perfect, guys. So now to customize the rest of this page, like the background image here, or maybe those different sliders here, when we scroll up As you can see, nice effects. Maybe you want to change the content here, something else, maybe this image should be different in the content here as well, So for this, you go to your pages. So I go back here, we go to pages, all pages, and scroll down and you find your home page, which is this one, okay? Now edit with Elementor. Very good. So this was built using Elementor, which is a simple drag and drop page builder. So all the different elements are here. So the first one are all from Radius theme. So these are dedicated snippets with. So this page was designed using Elementor, which is a very intuitive drag and drop page builder. So right here, you have all the different elements called widgets. And the first ones here are from Radius theme themselves. And then whatever you want to add on your page, all you have to do is drag and drop it basically, okay? So very easy to use. So let's say if I wanted to add, let's say a copyright here, drag and drop it, okay? As you can see, the text is here, and you can customize each and every element using the sidebar here. They'll have their own options, obviously, here. As you can see, the typography, the color, the text, etc., etc. And if you want to delete an item, right-click on it, delete, and that's basically it, okay? So how do you change the background image here? So it's part of the container. So if you click on this icon here, it's going to show you the whole structure of your web page here. So if I click on this one here, container, this is our main container, okay? If I go to style, this is where you'll find the image. And from here, you can basically upload your own and replace it very easily. So let's scroll down the page now. I'm going to go through this with you quite quickly, So these are all our different categories. So if you click on this, this is a dedicated Radius theme Woo category box. And here you can customize again everything yourself, So how much do you want to display per page? 6, 4, 3, 2, and so on and so on. And then you have all the different options. Do you want to autoplay? Yes or no? Again, that's really up to you, It's not on autoplay. I'll have to click on it myself to go to the next section and so on and so on, okay? And then if you scroll down the page, you have these ones here. Remember, those are stacking up on top of each other with a very nice effect. You click on this. Again, this is a Radius theme Woo layout widget, okay? So from here, you have different styles as well that you can select. You want to show the title, yes or no, the word count, and so on and so on. Guys, I'm not going to tell you just all the settings are here. Play around with it, and once you have it just right, just publish and save your settings, okay? Want to customize your page, simply scroll down the page, click on any of the items you want to customize, go into those settings here, and that's basically it, okay? So once you have your page or pages sorted out, the only thing left is the footer section. So if I scroll down the page here, you will find your footer section. So where can you customize this? Very simple. Again, guess what? We go back to our WordPress dashboard, and this time, as you can see by the side, you have a section here, header and footer builder. Click on this. And right there, that's all you have is header footer 1, okay? So edit with Elementor, and same principle as our page. You can change everything simply by clicking on it. So if you wanted to change the logo here, click on it, change the image. The same with the text here. As you can see, I have different text, item 1, item 2, item 3, and feel free to customize this again based on your business model and your own personal requirements. So this is how you can customize your footer section. Again, same principle as the home page. Now you may have noticed we have a subscribe now here, so we're going to customize that in a minute in step number 4, okay? So just for now, we go back to the WordPress dashboard for a second, because from here I want to show you something very special as well. If you go to food menu, you go to shortcode generator. Here you can create any shortcode that you want to display the exact layout that you want on your page with the exact type of content that you want to display, which is absolutely great, So for instance, as you can see here, the food menu with WooCommerce, if you click on this, as you can see, everything has been customized here specifically for this requirement here. So first you select your layout, grid layout, list layout, grid by category, slider layout, isotope filter layout. Scroll down, you have the grid style, responsive columns, pagination, etc., etc., okay? And then if you go on top, you can have your own filters. So where do you fetch this from? The food menu or WooCommerce? If it's WooCommerce, which posts you want to include or exclude, how many do you want to show, which categories do you want to show. And here you have a quick preview of what it looks like. As you can see, very professional looking indeed. And then what else do we have? We have the field selection. As you can see, you can display the title, the image, the price, the excerpt, and so on and so on. Again, you have the layout here, okay? So let's say if I didn't want the description here, I can remove the description altogether. So let's remove the excerpt and see what it looks like without it. So let's scroll down. As you can see, again, that's really up to you, feel free to customize this exactly the way you want it, okay? So I'm just going to put it back here for a few seconds. And then you have the styling feature, obviously. So you have your main colors, primary color, secondary color. How do you want to display the price, select the font size, the weight, the alignment, and so on and so on. As you can see, you can customize literally everything in the front end from this section here. And once you're happy enough, click update. And then you can use your shortcode here and display it in your page, okay? So let me create a new page here with you together, okay? So let's copy this. We copied this. Now we go to pages, add a new page. I'm just going to give it a title here, okay? Publish, publish. And now let's edit this with Elementor. And now we're going to add a shortcode widget, drag and drop it on your page. And now we're going to insert the shortcode right here, Control V. Apply, and as you can see, we'll display our content here dynamically. Now we can publish this and have a quick preview, okay? So let's have a look at this page in the front end. And there you go, guys. You can see the food is being displayed exactly the way we wanted it, based on our colors and all the different customization features that we put in place. Now that our theme is installed, it looks absolutely fantastic. Obviously, I'm not going to cover all the steps how to customize the theme itself. You can refer back to the documentation. It's pretty straightforward. So let's move on to the last step, which is convert dead leads into paying customers. And for this, we're going to use an email marketing solution called OMNISEND, which is one of the most comprehensive solutions on the market. And this will bring you to their website. As you can see, what they provide is email and SMS marketing that is so good, it's boring. So again, you can start completely free, guys, okay? But let's address the price first, just in case, So they go by the amount of contacts that you have on your list. So if you have between 251 and 500, it's only going to cost you $11 per month. That's even 500 to 1,000, it's only $14. And it will increase based on the amount of subscribers on your list, okay? But again, like I said, you can start completely free right now and follow along with me, okay? So I'll click on this button here, start your free plan. And then from here, you can sign in using your Gmail account or sign up with an email. So I'm going to do this now. And then at registration, you have to enter a few details. So I've done that and your store website as well. And click continue and then continue to OMNISEND. Very good. So now you've been redirected to your OMNISEND dashboard. Very good. So now we have to connect our WooCommerce account, obviously, and also you can do so either by clicking here or you go to your WordPress dashboard and you go to plugins and add a new plugin. And right here, type OMNISEND in the search box. So you find it right on top. As you can see, this is the one for WooCommerce. Make sure to select this one here. So install now and then activate. Very good. And now we can connect our store. Okay, so click on this button here, connect your account. And because we are already logged in into a different tab, all we have to do is click approve. And there you go. We are now connected. So the first thing they're going to do is to fetch our brand assets, so our logo and the colors of our website. So that's super handy, isn't it? So everything we're going to create now, all the different email campaigns or maybe the onboarding forms will all be branded already based on our website's colors and brand assets. Okay, so we're going to save this. Very good. So let me zoom in a little bit. So here by the side, how does it work exactly? As you can see, we have forms. So this would be step number one. You have to create a form that you can embed on your website or display as a pop-up to fetch email addresses. Now, after this, depending on the type of form that you've created, you might send a follow-up email, so maybe just a welcome email, or perhaps send a coupon code or something like this. So these are called automations, okay? So this is what you can create afterwards. Now, after a while, during this process, you will grow your audience, and then you can start creating campaigns. So that's basically the complete workflow of OMNISEND and how you can implement email marketing. Very good. So right here, you have an onboarding process. I'm just going to skip this. I'm going to show you how to do this manually. Okay. So first, we're going to create our form. So let's click on this. And here you have two different options. You can preview and launch a form. So this is when you know what you're doing and want to build something from scratch. Or you can select a ready-made form, which is probably the easiest way to do it, So right here, what is the main purpose? What is your goal? To collect subscribers, stop product abandonment, promote special offers, or gather interest in out of stocks. So again, at this stage, is probably to collect subscribers. And then what do we want? We want a form, obviously. So what type? Pop-up, embedded, landing page, and flyout. So we're going to select embedded because we can insert that in the footer section of our website. Okay, so this is step number 1. And now we need to select the one that we want to embed. So select any of those 5 available here. So perhaps, let's say maybe this one here, unlock 15% off. Okay, so we're going to select this. So use template. Very good. And right here, we have a simple drag and drop visual form builder. And here we have the different steps. Okay, so first you need to create the form. So this is the opt-in form. Enter the email address. This is your message. And then we have the success form. So once they've registered, nice to have you on board or something like this. And if they are already subscribed, you need to display a message, obviously. So this is basically the 3-step process here. Okay, so let's customize this ourselves. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit, okay, just like this. So unlock 15% off. So you can customize the message here. Maybe you want to offer 20% off on their first order. And right here, you have the text style and everything. So you can customize everything right here by the side. Now, let's go back to our website quickly for a second. So when you look at our footer section here, it's a dark background where it's black, so it couldn't be any darker than this. So clearly, you want this to stand out. So maybe we have to customize this instead of black. We want to change the color, okay? So to white, perhaps, so it will stand out. The same for this, obviously, change the text color. And you do the same with your form here. So for this one, you click on Field Settings, and then you can customize the color. So you have the background color. We don't need that. We want the text color and the border, obviously. Okay, so select this one here, and then the border color here, white as well. And the text color also. So this is the placeholder color. So I'm going to change this to white. Perfect. And then the sign up button here, I'm going to do the same, except we need to change here the value to 20% as well. And that's basically it. Okay. So I'm going to enable the form now. Enable this. Very good. So we have a code here. So now you're going to copy this. And now we can embed that code on our website. Okay. So we go back to the dashboard. And then from there, I'm going to edit the header and footer builder. Edit this with Elementor. So this is the one here, okay? So we need to change this. So I'll click on that. As you can see, this is fluent form. Don't need that. Delete it all together. And now we're going to insert a custom code. So this is called HTML, okay? Drag and drop it here underneath. Perfect. Insert the code in there. Very good. And that's basically it, okay? So now we can publish. Go back to our page and refresh. Very good. As you can see, unlock 20% off. Sign up for our newsletter, enter your email, and sign up. So this is working fine. So let's go back here. So we're done here. So what we need to do now, obviously, is to create our automation. So once someone registers and submit the email address on your website, you need to send them a follow-up email. And for this, we're going to use automation. Okay, so let's click on this one now. So let's explore all workflows. And again, you can choose among a few different options. So in our case, it's going to be welcome. Okay, so I'm just going to select this one here. And now we can customize this together. So right here, a few different steps. First is the trigger. So what is the trigger in our case? It's going to be subscribe to marketing. So that means they entered the email address and submitted it. But again, there's many different case scenarios that you can use, obviously, And then after this, you're going to wait maybe 1 minute or immediately you want to send it perhaps, No, you don't wait at all. And then we're going to send the email, okay? So this is our email. Here you have the subject line, the pre-header, the sender's email address, and this is the content, okay? Now to edit the content, simply click on this. And as you can see, for every communications, we have our logo and colors inserted immediately right there. So it's going to make our life so much easier, guys, okay? So as you can see, welcome aboard. We're stoked to have you join us, da-da-da-da. So here you can change this to maybe 20%, as we said. And you're going to enter the discount code here, okay? So simply click on this, enter the discount code. So I don't know, XOPLQ123JD, okay? So let's say this is actually the actual coupon code. And the shop, now you're going to replace this, obviously, with your actual website address, okay? There it is, okay? And then finish editing, and then you can enable this afterwards, okay? So let's say we're going to start the workflow. Very good. So now that this is in place, let's put this to the test and see if we receive the email. So let's go back here. I'm going to enter another email address, this time hello@mrwebreviews.com. So let's sign up. And there you go. This is our thank you message. And now let's go to our mailbox. And there you have it. This is our email. And we got 20% off coupon code. And now I can go shopping on your website and use it when ordering my next meal. Very good. So back to the OMNISEND dashboard. If you go to audience, let's go to contacts. You can see that now we have 2 email subscribers, 3 contacts in total. And then right here, as you can see, subscribe and subscribe. And this is John Doe. This is the admin of the website, obviously, you know. And then once you have maybe 25, 50, 100 subscribers, whatever you feel it's sufficient, you can then create a campaign. And again, you can create a campaign from scratch or look for a pre-made template. So click on this. So what do you want to send? An email, run an A/B test, SMS, or push notification? So let's create an email together as an example again. So let's say you have a Black Friday special. You can type here Black Friday special. You can also use variables. So you can use maybe the contact name. So for instance, hi, David, you know, special Black Friday sale. Or you can use AI to compose it as well. So let's say if you put Black Friday meals, you know, or delivery meal or something like this, enter. Based on these Black Friday meals, unlock 5 delicious meals with Black Friday. So let's say this one, you want to use it, okay? Then the sender's name and so on and so on. And then after this, you can choose your template. And again, same principle. As you can see, I have the goal here, welcome and engage, promote products, announce a sale, offer a discount, other, and then you have the theme and maybe special holiday celebration, fashion and lifestyle, automation. So again, guys, this is the exact same principle. Once you've selected your template, you can use the template, customize it, and set your new campaign. After this, simply follow the steps. It's pretty intuitive.